Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the topics related to formation of a company at various stages. Chapter number 2.6 of Unit 2. In my previous video as well as lecture, I discussed with you that a company has a legal entity and a complete legal procedure for the formation is to be followed by the company. And what are the various steps are to be followed for a formation of a company? First of all, it's promotion, then incorporation, then commencement of a business. Promotion, we have discussed earlier that what is promotion and what are the various stages of promotion. While explaining the concept of promotion, if you remember, we did the meaning in toolkit number 17. It refers to the sum total of all those activities which are necessary for bringing the company into existence. And as well as we come to know that what are promoters. It refers to that person or a group of persons who performs various functions to bring a business unit into existence. After learning the meaning of promotion and promoters, we come to know that there are various stages of promotion. That is discovery of a new idea. After that, a complete detailed investigation is to be done. Then resources of different type are to be assembled by the promoters. And after assembling those resources or the factors, proposition of the financing is to be done. These are the various stages that we have discussed in an explained manner in previous lecture. B is the incorporation or the registration. The second stage of the formation of a company is registration. After doing promotion, incorporation is to be done. That is very much necessary because after doing incorporation, the company come into existence and it become a legal entity, an artificial legal person. While doing the registration or the incorporation, this procedure is divided in two parts. One is the preliminary activities in which we have discussed about the concept of registered office to decide the name of the company, to get license under Industrial Development and Regulation Act 1951, to make necessary appointment, to get the important documents prepared, sending application to the registrar. Moreover, we come to know that what are the documents are to be filled at the time of registration or incorporation. Those are MOA, means Memorandum of Association, and AOA, that is Article of Association. Information about the registered office is to be provided as well. List of director and written consent of the director is to be given. Undertaking regarding qualification shares. Undertaking regarding qualification shares. Preliminary agreement with the managerial personnel and statutory declaration is to be done. In previous lecture, we have discussed till here first step of the various stages, that is promotion along with its stages. The second, we have done the incorporation, in which we have So our third point is payment of prescribed fees. Along with the documents, a predetermined fees also sent to the registrar of the company. This fees is deposited in the Government of India account with Reserve Bank of India, which is the apex bank of the country. The rates of the fees are given in the 10th schedule of Indian Company Act. After completion of above formality, the registrar checks and inspects the documents related to the incorporation of the company, and if he is satisfied with the completion of all legal formalities, then under Company Act 2013, a certificate of incorporation
and a SIN. SIN means corporate identity number is to be issued to the company. Please mark this point for the 1 mark question. Usually you find in the paper that what is SIN. Once last to last year in the board examination, students get 1 mark question. What is SIN? SIN is the corporate identity number that every company has to get under the Company Act 2013 while having the certificate of incorporation. Now the question arises, why a company is doing such a lengthy procedure as it is compulsory? No doubt. Moreover, it has some effects as well. Company becomes an incorporated entity. Certificate of incorporation can be presented in the court as a proof of existence of the company. Company becomes an artificial person created by law and its identity is considered separate from its member. Identity of the company becomes permanent. A private company start a business just after receiving the certificate of incorporation. Our fourth point under the registration and incorporation is capital subscription. A private company or a public company which does not have share capital can commence its business just after getting incorporated. Hence, capital subscription stage and commencement of the business stage apply only to the public company with the share capital. Why? Because a private company can start its business immediately after the submission of the certificate or getting the incorporation certificate. But in case of public company, it does not have share capital, can not commence the business just after incorporating. In case of public company, before the commencement, they have to subscribe the capital from the public. Under the capital subscription stage, a promoter has to perform the following activities. The company issue prospectus to the general public and 1 copy is sent to the registrar. The banker receives the application for shares if the company received the minimum subscription, the minimum amount which has been given in the prospectus receivable from the sale of shares. Then the director passed a proposal of allotment and the company is not able to receive the minimum subscription money within 120 days of issuing of prospectus. Then it cannot allot the share and it has to refund the money. It has the shares of the when the public invite the general public to purchase the share of the company, it cannot allot the share till the time it receive the minimum subscription. The money is collected for the following purpose. Whatever the money is collected from the public, it can be utilized for the following purpose: for making payment of assets already purchased or to be purchased by the company, to pay preliminary expenses and underwriting commission, to repay the amount of borrowed for the above 2 purpose, for working capital. The amount of minimum subscription considered only the amount received in cash. The amount payable in any other form except cash is not considered. Please mark these major issues. Please mark these points because these are very much beneficial for 1 mark question. If any company with the share capital is not issuing the prospectus, then the company must send a statement of lieu in prospectus to the registrar at least 3 days in advance period to the first allotment of the shares or debenture. After this, the company has to complete the allotment related to general public, like sending allotment letter, issuing the share certificate. I'm repeating once again, if any company with the share capital is not issuing the prospectus, company must send a statement in lieu of prospectus to the registrar at least 3 days in advance period to the first allotment of shares and debentures. After that, commencement is to be done. A private company can commence the business immediately after the incorporation, but a public company cannot commence the business until it obtain a certificate of commencement of business. Please underline this point. A private company can commence its business immediately after the incorporation. You may get the MCQ. You may get the question in the paper, at which time a private company can commence a business. A private company can commence its business immediately after the incorporation. Or you may get the question, at which stage a public company can commence a business. A public can commence a business until it obtains the certificate of commencement of the business. The public company has to comply the provision under the Section 11 Company Act 2013 to obtain the certificate of commencement of business. In case of issuing the prospectus or in case of not issuing the prospectus, the conditions are different from each other. If a public company having the share capital and it invites the public to subscribe its shares and debenture cannot start its business until it satisfies the following conditions that are given under Section 11 Company Act 2013. What are those conditions? Let's read each and every condition so carefully, and you may find 1 mark in between question out of this topic. So please do it so careful. Number 1, a company must receive the amount of minimum subscription within 4 months, means 120 days from the date of issue of prospectus. Every director of the company has to pay it value of each of the share taken, contracted to be taken by him, for which he is liable in pay in cash, the sum proportion as is received on application and allotment from the other shareholder. There has been filled with registrar a duly verified declaration by one of the directors or the secretary that condition 1 please unmute your video. Please mute the meeting. Mute the meeting, students. In second case, in case of company not issuing the prospectus, the public company has not issued to the public a prospectus. Then to obtain the certificate of commencement of business, it has fulfilled the following condition. So earlier we have learned that what are the conditions are to be applied in case of issuing the prospectus by the company. But now we are just going to discuss the conditions that are to be followed in case of issuing the prospectus. In case of issues, the company not issue the prospectus. So if the public has not issued, if the public has not issued to the public so the conditions in case of the company not issuing the prospectus are: a statement in lieu of prospectus has been presented to the registrar. Every director of the company has paid to it for the shares taken or contracted to be taken him, for which he is liable to pay in cash the same proportion as he received on application and allotment by shareholder. There has been filled a declaration with the registrar by the director or the secretary that the condition 1 and 2 have been complied with. After fulfilling all these formalities, the registrar will issue a certificate of commencement of the business. Such a certificate is conclusive evidence, means authenticated proof of the company that the company is entitled to commence the business. In previous topic, this is the topic ends up in which you just come to know that what are the various stages of the commencement of the business, promotion of the business, as well as incorporation. Promotion, incorporation, and commencement. After doing all this, there is a very important concept, that is main documents used in the company. These are MOA and AOA, and the third one is prospectus. MOA means Memorandum of Association. AOA means Article of Association. MOA Memorandum of Association, the meaning is shown in the toolkit. It refers to the basic document to the company in which those conditions are stated on the basis of which company is incorporated. I'm repeating once again, what is the meaning of MOA? MOA is the Memorandum of Association. It is a basic document of the company in which those conditions are stated on the basis of which a company is incorporated. From examination point of view, you may get the question in the paper that what is the subject matter or the clauses of the Memorandum of Association. If we talk about the clauses, there are 6 clauses that are very important are to be done for MOA. These are name clause, situation clause, object clause, liability clause, capital clause, and association and subscription clause. If we talk about the name clause, in this clause, the name is stated by which company is registered. The name of the company is necessary not only for its identification, but also for its symbol of its personal existence. You have usually seen the company has their name, their logo, their symbol, and these name, logos, punchline, symbols are always different from each other. A company has full independence to select its name. Thus, a company can as its free creation of name itself, but while choosing a name, the following statutory restrictions are to be kept in the mind. What are these? Must not be in the opinion of central government. Must not be undesirable. It should not be undesirable by the government according to Section 20 Company Act 2013. A company will not registered by a name which is considered undesirable, or we can say objectionable by the central government. If any of the name resembles to the name of existing company, or which is incidental that the name is considered objectionable by the central government, that name cannot be taken by any of the company at the time of registration and commencement. Must be prohibited under the emblems and name. Yes, there should be prevention of the improper use under the Act 1950. Under this act, no company can use the word like emperor, empress, imperial, king, queen, royal, state, etc. without the approval of the central government. Apart from these, the names, picture, seal of the UNO and WHO seal of emblem of central state and local authorities, and also use the Indian national flag cannot be made at all with the name of company. Use of word limited and private limited. It is necessary that the name of every public company must end with the word limited, and every private company must end with the word private limited. The aim of this is that every person transacting with the company must be aware of the liability of the member is limited. Next is situation clause. In this clause, the name of the state is mentioned in which registered office of the company is situated. On the basis of this clause, only the jurisdiction of the company, domicile, and its nationality is fixed. By the situation clause, it is decided whether the company is an Indian company, the foreign one. Generally, the full address of the company is given in the Memorandum of Association at the time of incorporation. But if this is not done, the address of the registered office of the company to be sent to the registrar within 30 days. Please mark it, underline the point, in how many time limit or in how many days the company has to register its complete name to the registered office. It is the 30 days of the commencement of the business. The company must send its information, a full-fledged name with address to the company registrar. The registered office of the company is that place where the statutory books of the company are to be kept. Besides all the necessary notices, letter, company can be sent here. Any information related to the company can be received from the registered office of the company. A company can run the main business at a place other than the registered office of the company. But all the that are the statutory formalities or all the information related to company are always situated at the registered office of the company. Third one is our object clause. This is the most important clause of memorandum. In this clause, all the object for attainment of which a company is established are stated. This clause defines the parts of the company and states the limits. Statutorily, a company cannot do any business other than those stated in memorandum. Company have to divide their object clause in two parts, main and auxiliaries or other object. Main object, the company state that those objects for the attainment of that the company is incorporated, and those objectives which are helpful and related to incidental to attain the main objects. Auxiliaries objects are those objects the attainment of which the company is necessarily arise can work on. Nevertheless, these are on stated in part in relation to those companies which are not trading company and whose working is not limited only to a single state. It is necessary to give the names of all the state in which would attain its object. Establishment of the company is the following object is prohibited. Immortal, the objective of the company should not be immortal like prostitution. Illegal, a company should not be established for an illegal activity like drawing lottery, running of gambling house. Opposed the public policy. A company should also be established for an activity which is opposed to the public policy, for example, established monopoly to trade with some foreign enemy. Next is our liability clause. As per liability clause, according to the Company Act, liability clause of the company is limited by the share or the guarantee. Must state that liability is limited. The company is limited by shares. Liability clause means the shareholder of the company will be liable for the face value of the share purchased by them. It means that a company cannot receive any amount over or above the face value of the share in its lifetime. For example, if a person purchased the 5 shares of 100 each, he cannot called upon. Yes. And fifth point is capital of clause. In case of company having the share capital, it is necessary that its memorandum of association must mention that as what will be authorized capital of the company and what manner the share are to be divided. Like the company has 10 crore and divided in 1 crore share per 10 value each. It will be in the memorandum of association the information related to the division of share and correspondence right of the shareholder must be given, that a company in its lifetime can issue its capital that is authorized. Beyond the authorized capital, company cannot be issued. If any alteration is to be done, it is to be mentioned in the memorandum of association. Moreover, as per this, every person can take 1 share, minimum 1 share each from the company. The last is our subscription clause. In this last clause, an association of persons signs the memorandum of association. In this persons signing the memorandum of association express their intention to establish the company. The next is our article of association. It is refers to the document of the company which rules the internal management to achieve the objective laid down in the memorandum of association are stated. In memorandum of association, main objective is to be stated. In article of association, the company internal management, how to objective is to be achieved is stated. Here the list of the subject matter of article of association is to be given, that you have to study it so well. If you have any doubt, please take the query from me. And last one is the difference between